One of the best things I've done this year so far has been to simplify my training program. In the past, I've been so guilty of trying every fitness fad under the sun, from CrossFit to High Rocks to some calisthenics stuff, and tried to mash all this into a training program. And what's ended up happening is I've just burnt out very quickly because of the intensity and everything I was trying to do. But then I've not managed to actually progress the workouts or my strength or my fitness because I wasn't really following any type of structured plan. So this year, my main goal was just to simplify everything. So what does that look like? Today's video will tell you all about it. And also, just a further wee thing before we dive into today's video, I just want to say huge thank you so much to everybody who's subscribed, who's liked, who's commented, who's shared my videos. It really does mean a lot. You're the best. And if you haven't, please subscribe. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of CrossFit. I love the methodology, I love the intensity, I love the kind of functional aspect of it. I love the skill elements involved, learning new things like muscle ups and handstand walking and all that sort of stuff. Right up my street. But I just wasn't seeing the progress I maybe hoped in terms of my actual overall fitness or my strength. So this year, one of my big focuses was just stripping back my training program and really seeing if I can just make it as simple as possible. And to do that, here's the setup. So, train 6 days a week. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have my strength sessions. On a Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, I run. And then Saturday's my full day off. Rest, recover, relax, do whatever you need to do. And that is like the basic template that I've implemented that allows me not only to really maximize my strength-based workouts in the gym and push it for each 45 minute to an hour on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but it also allows me ample time to recover in between those sessions while still working on getting my fitness up. And as you've maybe seen from a previous video, my running goal this year is to PB my 10K. So I've introduced different types of runs into my week, so it's not just a case of running for an hour 3 times a week. I've tried to split that up so that I'm getting different stimuli from each workout, each run that I do. So on a Tuesday, it's typically a shorter run, maybe a more easy run to set up the week. Thursday runs more tempo pacing, and then Sunday, when I've just came off the back of a recovery day, is more of my distance and longer kind of running. And if we break down my program even further, on my strength days, for example, on a Monday is more of a pull day. Big goal this year is deadlifts. I want to try and smash my deadlift PB as well. So Monday, hitting the week strong, is more of a pull session. So typically that would involve deadlifts, some pull-ups, weighted pull-ups as well, some cable pull downs, some lat pull downs, some single arm rows, getting the unilateral work in, some bicep curls because come on, need to get the biceps working, and some kettlebell swings for a wee bit of explosivity. So that's my kind of key 5 exercises that I kind of build my program around. And then I will throw in more bonus stuff like kind of calf and hamstring specific stuff that will actually help the running as well. But that's the 5 exercises I'm really pushing to progress every week for the next few months at least. On a Wednesday, it's my big push day. So what I'm focusing here is my push movement. So starting off with some barbell squats into some dumbbell bench press. Then we've got some split leg squats, some Bulgarian squats. I wanted to keep some sort of calisthenics in there, so pull-ups on the Monday, but then on a Wednesday, we'd introduce some weighted dips as well. Really love them, get the chest and the triceps lit up. And then for me personally, I did struggle a bit with some elbow issues, so a big focus has been strengthening my triceps to support my elbow joint. So I've got some extensions in there, some cable extensions to really light up my triceps a wee bit. And again, same thing, 5 simple exercises, progress these. And where needed, I can throw in some different bonus or some different kind of accessory work to try and strengthen, whether it's some lateral raises or some rear flies, face pulls, things like that. That'll just throw in ad hoc whenever I feel like it, quite honestly, just to support that movement. And then on a Friday is more of a full body session. So trying to focus more on just hitting every major muscle group. So getting some big heavy barbell hip thrusts in there, going for some more weighted pull-ups, some overhead press, some shoulder press, then things like more core specific work, like plank pull throughs, and we've got some weighted step ups and box jumps in there as well. So more of a kind of rounded session. And actually, incidentally, This is the exact program I use for my weightlifting club just now. So a wee kind of side note is that I'm training alongside them. So when we hit our test session together, we can kind of compare notes, which is quite cool. So yeah, if you're watching this and you're in my weightlifting club, there you go. Things you didn't need to know, but yeah, we're training together. And I suppose the overall goal of my training program this year is to try and balance the kind of intense, like pushing it progress element of my program, but like complement that with plenty of recovery. In the past, I've just went all out, flat out, 6-7 days a week. Let's push and see if we can make as much progress as possible, which is great if you can really recover well. But that's the key, I think. And I just wasn't. Busy days coaching, you know, working 12, 13-hour days, getting your sessions in, just kind of burning out. So really stripping it back, simplifying it, has actually allowed me over the last few months to PB my deadlift and to PB my 5K run, wee silly things like that I hadn't really intended on doing so far this year. But it's allowed me to get that balance of work and recovery. So the days I'm training, I'm pushing it, I'm focusing solely on that. And then it's down to recovery. It's making sure I'm sleeping well, making sure I'm hydrating, getting enough protein and getting enough food. Big thing for me, just really trying to prioritize the recovery stuff as well, so that I can go again the next day and kick some ass and make some gains, because this year's going to be huge. As you've seen maybe in some previous videos, I've got some big goals, and it's really down to how well I can execute and perform on any given day. So for me, being able to prioritize recovery a bit better has been such a game changer. So if you're watching this and maybe you are hitting it quite hard and just not seeing the progress you would like, rein it in a bit. You know, there's nothing wrong with just taking a wee day off, couple of days off, maybe reevaluating like your structure a wee bit. It could just be, rather than having 2 big gym days, maybe split them up a wee bit more and give yourself that time to recover. And as always, this is the part of the video where you let me know how you're getting on with your training. What is something you're working towards? Is there anything you've done with your training program that's just seen you skyrocket some progress? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments. And as always, please like, please subscribe if you haven't already. Join the team. We'd love to see you here every week, and have an awesome day.